Hello everybody, this video will focus on verb patterns. I have called it Verb Patterns 1 because I would like to focus on simple verb patterns and then produce a follow-up video with more complex examples of verb patterns. So I have prepared a little presentation, some examples for you. Let's get started and have a look at what verb patterns are in English. If you find the videos useful, I would like to remind you to subscribe to my channel, click on the little bell just so that you can get some notifications when a new video comes out. And if you want, and if you do like the video, don't forget to click on like. This video will focus on 3 different types of verb patterns. Verbs that are followed by the full infinitive, that is, the infinitive that is preceded by the to. For example, to swim, to buy, to go. The second verb pattern is a verb that is followed by the base form, that is, an infinitive with no to. For example, swim, dance, play. And the last verb pattern is a verb that is followed by a gerund. As you know, the gerund is that verb that has the ing at the end of it. For example, swimming, dancing, playing. We are going to look at these 3 different types of patterns and practice using them. As you can see, the table is divided into 3 columns. In the first column, you will find the verbs that are followed by a full infinitive. For example, agree. In the second column, you will find verbs that are followed by the base form, like modal verbs in general, and some other types of verbs. And in the third column, you have the verbs that are followed by the gerund. For instance, verbs of preference. I like, I enjoy, I'm fond of, I'm keen on, I love, I adore. All these verbs are followed by a gerund. For example, I like shopping. So let's start with our first type of verb pattern, verbs plus full infinitive. For example, agree. She agreed to help me with my homework. Ask. I asked her to stay, but she wouldn't listen. This is actually a song. I don't know if you can guess what song it is. Can't afford. We can't afford to buy a Ferrari. Well, I should think so. It's a little bit expensive. Can't wait. My daughter can't wait to see her new puppy. A puppy is a very, very, very young dog. Decide. They decided to leave New York. Maybe they came to live in Cosenza. Need or don't need. You need to study harder. You don't need to worry. Expect. They expected me to solve all their problems. Hope. I hope to see you soon. Offer. Lisa offered to take her grandmother home. Promise. My friend promised to be nice to me. Refuse. They refused to cooperate. Want. We want to pass our test. Would like, would love, we would like or we would love to see the sunset. Now, these are just some examples of verbs that are followed by the full infinitive, but there are many, many, many other verbs that can be followed by this kind of infinitive. Now we can focus on verbs followed by the base form. Generally, we are speaking about modal verbs. Modal verbs like can, could, let, make, may, might, must, shall, should are followed by the base form, that is, the infinitive with no to. Look at the examples. Can and could. I can swim. Had better. You'd better call the police. Let. The police let her go. Make. Don't make me laugh. May, might. You might be right. Must. Student mustn't cheat. Needn't. Julian needn't worry about the weather. Ought to. They ought to drive slowly. Shall we dance? Should. We should have a walk. Would. I forgot the example, but it doesn't matter. I will dance with you. Would rather. I'd rather watch a film. As you can see, all these verbs are followed by a base form. And finally, here is a list of verbs followed by the gerund. Like. I like cooking. Enjoy. Chloe enjoys walking. Be fond of, be keen on. My son is not fond of playing football. Love, adore. My students really love listening to music. Can't resist. I can't resist eating chocolate. I'm a chocoholic. This one's for me. Can't help. I can't help falling in love with you. Here is another song, just in case somebody recognized it. Hate. They hate drinking alcohol. Can't stand. We can't stand watching soap operas. Look forward to. I look forward to seeing you soon. Finish. John's just finished studying. Suggest. I suggest buying a new car. Recommend. I recommend seeing a doctor. Would mind. Would you mind taking me home? All these verbs, as you can see, are followed by a gerund. And here is a little exercise so you can start practicing and you can actually start using these different types of patterns. Pause the video and practice using them. And to conclude, here is an exercise. You have to decide whether to use the gerund, the full infinitive, or the base form of the verbs in brackets. You can pause the video, practice using verb patterns, and then I will share the answer key with you. Here is your answer key. You can read it and think about the verb patterns that you used. And maybe go back to the table and try to understand what went wrong, if anything went wrong, and how to improve your use of these extraordinary patterns. That's all for today. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you're familiarized with this extremely important issue, that is how verbs relate to one another in English. You will be using verb patterns all the time when you speak in English, when you write something in English. So I think it is very important for you to know which verbs are followed by the full infinitive, the base form, and the gerund. If you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to click on like, subscribe to the channel, click on the bell, and I'll see you next time for more complex types of verb patterns. Goodbye for now.
Thank you.